Hey everyone, it's been a while since we talked about the Big Four. Remember the video from 2 years ago? Yep, the one where Deloitte took the top spot followed by PwC with E&Y and KPMG trailing a bit behind. We received an overwhelming response from all of you, and ever since, my inbox has been flooded with questions about whether it's still a good idea to join these firms today. So I listened, and here we are. Welcome back to Career Swami channel. Today, we dive deep into an updated comparison of the big four powerhouses Deloitte, E&Y, KPMG and PwC. If you are new around here, first, welcome aboard. And secondly, don't forget to check out the previous videos where we dissected many top-tier organizations in detail. This time around, we are going the extra mile with our comparison. Last time, we touched upon a few factors, but today, we got a laundry list of considerations that will give you a holistic view, from the basics like their founding year, employee strength, and revenue stats, to the more in-depth factors like attrition rate, work-life balance, and even how many people actually recommend these places to their friends. We have got it all. But don't fret. If some of these terms sound Greek to you, we will be breaking each down as we go along. We covered around 300,000 ratings and reviews from various platforms. Our analysis today promises to be thorough and insightful. So if you are looking to make a choice between these firms or simply want to understand how they fare against each other, you are in the right place. Before we dive in, let's play a guessing game. What's your hunch on the top performer among the big four this time around? Leave your guesses in the comments below. Make sure you stay with me till the end to get the full picture. We have done all the hard work to ensure you get the most accurate and comprehensive info. But if you skip around, you might miss out on the complete story. And hey, if at the end you still have questions, no worries. Drop in the comment section and our community will jump in to help out. Here's a quick disclaimer. Our analysis is purely data driven. We have ensured transparency by utilizing only the best and publicly available sources, steering clear of any sketchy data points. Alright, let's dive in. Let's do a quick flashback first. A little history lesson for those new to the scene. Up until the late 20th century, we had what were famously called the Big Eight. Some names you might recognize are Arthur Andersen, Ernst Young, and Touch Ross, among others. However, over time, due to mergers and the unfortunate collapse of Arthur Andersen in 2002, we were left with the Big Four, what we know today. So, who exactly are the Big Four? These giants aren't just individual firms. They are a mammoth network of professional services, each holding a significant market share and renowned for their association with Fortune 500 companies. So, think of them as the Ivy Leagues of the professional services world. Now let's get into the meat of it. On your screens now is an Excel file with all our comparison parameters. I will walk you through the data first and then we will deep dive into some analysis. As we end the video, I will introduce a weighted ranking system tailored to different career personas. This will help you see which firm might be the best fit for your unique career aspirations, be it a laid-back kind of a role or a fast-track professional climb. So we will discuss a few personas using the weighted average at the end of the video. So without any further ado, let's get started. So on your screen, you see an Excel file and we will do all our analysis using this particular Excel file. In column A, you will be able to see all the criterias, all the factors like the company age, the review and ratings, all these things will be listed in the column A. And then in column B, this is an internal field which we will be using in column B, where we will list the data. On top of that data, there will be some analysis, and from that particular analysis, we will get a rank. And then at the end of the video, as I said, we will also do a weighted rank. And here, as you see, we have the weightage. This we will use towards the end of the video. And then we have all the 4 companies listed here. So let's get started with our first parameter. Our first parameter is the company age. Now, why is it important to have the company age? A company's legacy often speaks volumes. The founding year gives us a glimpse into the firm's history, its resilience, and its journey through the ups and downs of the business world. So I opened the analysis part. I should have opened the data. The data is the founding year. So let's look at the founding year of all these organizations. Deloitte was established in 1845, E&Y in 1849, KPMG in 1818, and PwC in 1854. So around the same time, around 200 years ago, all of these organizations started. Now, on basis of this founding year, let's look at what is the company age. So as you can see here, KPMG is 203 years old, and which is followed by Deloitte, then E&Y, and then PwC. Now, depending on the company age, we will be able to get the rank. So the company age rank, you can see KPMG gets 1, Deloitte is on 2, E&Y is on 3, and then PwC is 4. I will not show weighted average as if now, that we will check towards the end. Now let's move to our other parameter, which is the number of employees. So number of employees. The sheer size of a company can be an indicator of its reach and impact. With the number of employees, we understand the magnitude of operations and the diversity of the workplace. That's why this is important. So as you can see, Deloitte has 420,000 people, followed by E&Y, which has 380,000. Then we have PwC, which has 340,000, and KPMG, which has 280,000 people. Now what we will do, from the number of employees, we will do some analysis, and for that what we will need is the company age as well. We will see how is the company growing. So we will have the company age and number of employees. As you can see, when we divide the number of employees with the company age, we get this particular number, which helps us understand how many employees are being added on a yearly basis. So here, as you see, that Deloitte is growing pretty fast in comparison to all other companies. So then what we will do, we will also give a rank based out of this particular analysis. So as you can see, the employee per year rank, Deloitte is 1, then we have E&Y, and then PwC, and then KPMG at 4. Now we will look at the factor, which is the last year's revenue. Why is revenue important? Money talks, doesn't it? By looking at the revenue, we can gauge a company's financial strength, market position, and overall success. Now, here is the data where we have got the last year's revenue in billion USD. Now we will not just take this particular number, but what we have done is we have done an analysis where we have divided this revenue by company's age to understand how is the company growing. So you can see when we divide it, we get some numbers, and on basis of these numbers, we have given the revenue by company age rank. So here Deloitte gets 1, PwC gets 2, E&Y is 3, and KPMG is 4. Then we have went further ahead, as this is one of the very important factors. How is the company growing per employee? As this will demonstrate the overall growth of an employee. If the company makes a lot of money per employee, the employee definitely gets a lot more advantages. Salary is higher, perks are more. This kind of difference you can see in the IT product and service based organizations as well. So here you can see the revenue per employee is highest in PwC, and that is why PwC gets 1. It is second in Deloitte, and which is followed by KPMG and E&Y. So next factor is the attrition rate, which is another critical parameter. But as these companies are not publicly listed companies, and the data which was available for the current duration was not that clear, and it was around 23% for all the big four organizations. So we have given all three organizations as 23%, and all of them will get the same rank as well. Okay, now let's talk about the headquarters of the company. Why is it important? Because while it might seem trivial, the location of a company's headquarters can influence its work culture, global reach, and even operational decisions. So as you can see, Deloitte is located in London, UK. E&Y in London, UK as well. Similarly, PwC is also located in London. The only exception in this list is KPMG, which is located in Netherlands. Next factor is also a very important factor, which talks about the layoffs. Nobody likes the word, but it's essential to know a firm's history with layoffs. It can tell us about the company's stability, especially in turbulent times. So as you can see, in recent times, Deloitte laid off around 1,200 people, E&Y around 3,000, KPMG 3,000 as well. PwC was the one which had very fewer layoffs. Now, if you look at just the number of layoffs, it will not give us the right picture. What we will have to do is we will have to see how many layoffs are there in terms of number of employees. So this is what we have done in our analysis. We have found out that what was the percentage of people who was laid off when we compare in terms of number of employees. And here you can see the kind of analysis and the rank which we get is, so in terms of job security and the less layoffs, PwC stands out. It has got an excellent history of less layoffs in comparison to the other three. So it is given the rank 1, which is followed by Deloitte, and then it is E&Y, and then KPMG. Okay, so the next factor is a very important factor, and there are many of us who does a fair review of the ratings and reviews across the various different platforms and then come to a conclusion whether to join an organization or not. So here we have looked at over 300,000 reviews and we have collated the data. And as you can see, we have got Deloitte, which has got the highest rating of 4.07. Then this is followed by PwC, which is 3.89. Then we have KPMG 3.88, and E&Y is also 3.88. Next, we have the compensation and benefits is an obvious crucial factor. We will delve into how these firms reward their employees, and this is one of the very crucial factors for a lot of people. So as you can see, in compensation and benefits, Deloitte is rated 4-star. So Deloitte gets the first rank, followed by PwC, which stands at 3.5. So PwC gets second. So this is followed by E&Y, which gets 3.4, followed by KPMG. Okay, now we will look at another critical factor, which is an important factor for a lot of people, which is the work-life balance. How is the work-life balance? So as you can see, Deloitte is rated the highest among all these three, though these numbers are not that very well if you compare the other organizations not in this particular list, but this is where we stand when we compare the big four. So in terms of work-life balance, Deloitte offers the best work-life balance, followed by KPMG, and then E&Y, PwC. Both of them stand at the same rank. Okay, now the next factor we will look at is the percentage of people recommending. Percentage of people recommending is a simple metric that tells a compelling story. Would employees recommend their own company to friends and family? This does tell a lot about the inside things which are going out. So as you can see here, again Deloitte stands pretty tall. It gets 84 percentage of recommendation rating, so it gets number one. And this is followed by E&Y, which is 78% recommended. Then this is and then we have PwC and KPMG. Okay, now let's look at the positive business outlook. So positive business outlook is the factor which helps us understand on how do employees feel about their company's trajectory in the coming years. So here you can see that 84% of the employees feel that Deloitte has a pretty positive business outlook. So Deloitte gets the first rank. This is followed by both E&Y and PwC, and then we have KPMG on number 4. Okay, next we will look at culture and values. So culture and values is very important because beyond the numbers, this dives deep into the hearts and soul of an organization. What are its core values and how are they reflected in day to day? So how are the employees rating culture and values? So here you can see that the people feel the culture and values in Deloitte is pretty superior. So Deloitte gets a 4.2 star and gets the rating 1. This is followed by PwC, which gets 2, and then E&Y and KPMG both are at 3. Now next we will look at the diversity and inclusion. So in today's globalized world, this is paramount, right? We will look into how these firms champion diversity and create an inclusive environment for all. So here you can see that Deloitte is rated 4.3 and gets the first rank. This is followed by both E&Y and PwC, which gets 4.1, and then we have KPMG. Okay, next we will look at one of the very important factor for a lot of people, which is the senior management. How is your boss? Leadership plays a pivotal role in any organization, right? Many people do not leave organizations, but they leave their bosses. So how is the senior management in all these organizations? So senior management in Deloitte is rated as 3.8. So this gets the first rank. Then in all others, it is 3.6. So all of them get the rank 2. Okay, now let's look at the career opportunities. So career, for those who are looking to climb the corporate ladder, this is crucial. We will dissect the growth prospects offered by each firm and how they are rated. So surprisingly, all three of them have got 4.1 and all of them gets the rank 1 in this particular case. Now we will talk about the job security from a different angle. So how are the employees feeling about the job safety? One is we can get the job safety from the attrition, from what market is perceiving, but how are employees seeing the job safety? So here again, Deloitte employees think that the job safety is good in Deloitte and gave a rating of 4 star. And that's why Deloitte gets 1. This is followed by both E&Y and PwC, which gets 2 and 2. Okay, great. So the next factor is the skill development factor, and this is also important to a lot of people who want to grow and develop their skills. So as you can see here, the Deloitte gets rank 1, and then we have E&Y, then we have PwC, and then we have KPMG. Okay, now we will talk about one of the crucial factor, which is the promotions. Many of the people want the recognition and upward mobility, right? We will analyze how these companies reward performance and transparency in their appraisal systems now. So here, as you can see, the Deloitte has got 3.7 rating. So Deloitte gets the first rank, which is followed by E&Y, and KPMG and PwC both get the same rank. And now we will talk about our last factor, which is the work satisfaction. Okay, so I think we have one more, which is work-life balance after the work satisfaction. So let's look at how do employees rate on the work satisfaction. So as you can see here, Deloitte again gets the rank 1, followed by E&Y and PwC, and KPMG is at 4. Okay, now let's move to the next and last factor, which is the work-life balance. So this is one of the very important factors for people who are looking for some stability. So here, as you can see, the work-life balance in Deloitte is rated as 3.4. and Deloitte gets the first rank. This is followed by KPMG, which gets 3.1, and then we have E&Y and PwC both at 3. Cool. So we have given the individual ranks and we have seen all the data for all of these organizations. Now what we will do is we will look at the overall rank, and we will rank all these organizations without taking the weightage in consideration. So what I will do, I will select all the various factors which I have got here, and then I am more interested in only the rank rather than the data. So here it is. We have got our ranks. As you can see, the final score for all of the organizations when we look at, so Deloitte has got 22 marks, and the lower is better, as we have given 1 to the best organization and 4 to the worst organization in this list of 4. So Deloitte gets 22, which is followed by PwC, which gets 41. Then we have E&Y, which is at 46, and then we have KPMG at 59. So if you observe closely, Deloitte has beaten all other organizations by a very large margin. So it's a no-brainer. If these are the factors which are very important for you and you do not care about any weightage, you consider all of these factors as equal factors, Deloitte is a no-brainer. You should definitely go and join Deloitte. This is followed by PwC and then E&Y. PwC and E&Y, there's not much difference in this particular list of organizations, but yes, KPMG is the KPMG is the far fourth organization which we have got from this list. So if you look at Deloitte, number 1, very strong, and it has got the number 1 ranking very convincingly this time again. Then this is followed by the PwC and E&Y, which are very similar, just 4 or 5 number difference, and then KPMG, which is at 59. Now, if you are someone for whom the weightage matters, when I say weightage, if you are someone for whom the aspirations are different, because everyone's career aspirations are unique, right? While some chase rapid growth and financial gains, others value job security and a balanced life. Recognizing this, what we have done is we have zeroed in on 2 main personas for our analysis. The first persona is the growth seeker and the second persona is the stability seeker. So on basis of this, what we have done, we have given the weightage considering these personas. So I will show you the weightage of these particular personas which we have given for these particular factors. Okay, cool. So this is the persona of a growth seeker, and these are the people who are ambitious, looking for fast career progression and a top dollar reward. We will focus on aspects like career opportunities and compensation for the growth seekers. For the growth seeker persona, the emphasis is going to be on factors like the rapid growth, high rewards, opportunities for advancements, and this is the weightage which I was talking about. We will give a weightage for all of these factors depending on the persona. So company age rank, this is 1%. Why? Because older companies might have established hierarchies which potentially makes rapid advancement challenging. That is why we have given 1% here. And then employee per year rank, this is given 2%. While a higher number can indicate growth, it might also mean a lot more competition, and this will be difficult in case of a person looking for promotions. So that is why this is given 2%. Next, we have the revenue by company age rank. So this is given a ranking of 5%. A higher ratio, what it will mean is that the company is still growing fast despite despite its age. Now the next is the revenue per employee rank. This is given 6%. So this indicates how well the company monetizes its workforce, a sign of efficiency, and it's also a sign that you will be rewarded much higher than the other organizations. So please don't bother about these numbers as if now they may be slightly confusing, but it will make much more sense once we will look at the final ranks. But still, if you are a numbers person, so the lower the better. But I would recommend you to focus here on what I am explaining is we will look at the final numbers later on. Okay, next is the attrition rate. So attrition rate, we have given 2%. A higher attrition rate might suggest dissatisfaction, but for a persona who is a growth seeker, the opportunities will be much more. Is attrition will also open up more opportunities. Okay, next is the job security rank. Now this is given 2%. Growth seekers might be willing to trade some securities for opportunities, isn't it? Next is ratings and reviews. This is given 7%. So peer reviews can provide insights into growth opportunities and company culture. This is why this is given 7%. Next we have compensation and benefits, which is given 10%. This is a key factor for many growth seekers. Next we have got the work-life balance. So this is given 1%. It will be less priority for those focused on rapid career progression. Next we have got the percentage of people recommending, and this is given 6% because a higher percentage can indicate a positive work environment and growth potential. Next we have got the positive business outlook. This is given 10%. A positive business outlook will be loved by the growth seekers, as growth seekers would like to be in organizations that have a positive future outlook. Next, we have got the cultures and value rank. This is given 5%. A supportive culture can provide more opportunities for growth. Next, we have got the diversity and inclusion. This is 5%. Companies with good diversity and inclusion often have a broader range of opportunities and perspectives. Okay, next is the senior management. So senior management is given 8%. Good leadership can offer more mentorship and growth opportunities. Next, we have the career opportunities. Career opportunities is given 10%. This is directly linked to growth aspirations. Next, we have got the job safety. So this is given 2%. The growth seekers will have to balance out at some other factors, and the growth seekers do not really care about the job safety. Next, we have got the skill development. So skill development is given 7%. Opportunities to learn and grow are crucial for this persona. So next, we have got promotions and appraisal. This is given 10%. The growth seekers are much more focused on their growth, which could be related to promotions and appraisals. Next, we have got the work satisfaction. So work satisfaction is 1%. Growth seekers, for them, they have to trade some satisfaction for some opportunities. Okay, now let's look at the rank. Okay, so it's the final reveal. As you can see, the score of Deloitte is 1.09. The lower the better, which is followed by PwC, which is 2.08. This is followed by E&Y, which is 2.38, and then KPMG, which is 3.15. So Deloitte still gets the number one rank, and it is beating by large all of the other organizations. Okay, great. Now let's look at the stability seeker persona. Okay, so if you prioritize a steady job and a harmonious work-life balance, this is for you. Key factors here include job security and work satisfaction. So I will not go in a lot more details like we have already done, and this video is also going on to be quite a longer video, but I believe this will add a lot of value. So it is still okay to have a long video which will give value, and that was one of the reasons of making it longer. So let's look at the stability persona. Let's start from the weightage. The company age holds a weightage of 5%. Both employee growth per year and revenue related to company age are given a weightage of around 2%, and then the revenue per employee rank is 2%, as these are not more important for a stability seeker. Attrition is very important for a stability seeker, right? They feel that if there's a higher attrition, what that means is that there's something wrong which is happening within the organization. Job security, how are the layoffs which are happening is extremely important. So this is given 10%. How are the ratings and review? This is 7%. Compensation and benefits is 3%. So that is okay to have a lower compensation for a stability seeker. Work-life balance is 10%. It is very important for a person who is looking for a longer duration and is stability oriented. How many people are recommending? This is 6%. It is also very important. Then the positive business outlook is 6%. Culture and values for a stability seeker is important. It is given 5%. Diversity and inclusion is given 3%. Senior management, these are the people with whom you are going to work, your bosses, how are they? So this is also very important. So this is given 5%. Career opportunities, we can have some trade-off here. So this is given 2%. And how are the employees talking about the job safety? So it is very high for the stability seeker. This is given 10%. And then the skill development is given 3%. Promotions 3%. Work satisfaction is 5%. Okay, so the reveal time, here we have got the total score. The total score is again Deloitte beating all others comfortably. Deloitte gets number 1. And this is followed by PwC, which is followed by E&Y, which is followed by KPMG. So in almost all of our cases, let me just double check. Yes, pretty much all of our cases, we have got the same ranking, which is Deloitte is number 1, which is followed by PwC number 2, which is followed by E&Y, which is number 3, and then we have KPMG at 4. So it doesn't really matter if you have got the offer from Deloitte based on the analysis, based on the data which is available. It's a no-brainer to go and join Deloitte. Before we wrap up, I want to ensure this content is as valuable as possible for all of you. So if you feel we missed out on any parameters that you would like to see in future comparisons, do let us know in the comments. We are always looking to enhance and refine our analysis based on your feedback. Additionally, if you are keen on a deep dive into specifics like feedback mechanisms, training programs, bond periods, or even a detailed salary breakdowns for freshers versus experienced professionals, drop a comment below. Your feedback shapes our content and we are here to serve up what you are hungry for. A quick note, while we provide these analysis, it's essential to clarify that we are an independent platform. We are not associated or affiliated with any of these companies mentioned. Our goal is purely to offer you objective, data-driven insights to make informed career decisions. Thank you for being with us throughout this video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And remember, the more feedback you provide, the better we cater to your needs. Until next time, take care and all the best in your career journey.